Somebody asked me a good question today about volume, share volume versus dollar volume. When does it matter? How can it help me become a better penny stock trader? And I'll tell you, but first, a lot of work went into this intro, so I gotta roll it. What's going on, guys? My name is Brad and I trade penny stocks, and more specifically over-the-counter penny stocks. I love the volatility that penny stocks can offer and the type of income it can bring, but it's important to be very careful and know what you're looking for and what to avoid, and certain mistakes that you can make down here that can really crush you. And so my whole purpose of this channel is to help you avoid that and speed up the process of your trading career. And so today, again, the topic is going to be on volume and why does it matter, okay? So one number that I want you to put in your head at first, and we can take a look here and I'll tell you. So 1 million, okay? 1 million. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about 1 million? You're probably thinking about $1 million, right? At least for the Americans here, $1 million. Well, even $1 million quid, you know, for the Brits, that's a lot too. But $1 million, okay, that seems like a lot, right? So that's a big number to you. So when you see 1 million shares, that probably initially means that you're probably thinking, wow, that's probably a lot of shares that somebody owns. And it would be if the stock was at $1 or more. I mean, can you imagine holding 1 million shares of Apple, for example? But down here, if 1 million shares is valued at, and this happens, 1 million shares is valued at 0001 cents per share. Guess how much that is? I did the math for you already. It's $100. Not that much. $100, okay? So if I'm looking at my scanner, let's just say I'm looking at my scanner, I have it pulled up in my favorite brokerage. Hopefully it's Speed Trader, by the way, $2.95 commissions. The link's down in the description below. But if I'm looking at 1 million shares on my scanner and I see it pop up, I'm like, oh man, somebody bought 1 million shares of this. It doesn't hold a whole lot of weight if it's valued at 0001 cents per share. So you gotta look at that and you say, okay, so the dollar volume here, that just means that somebody dropped $100 on something, and that's why it popped up at 1 million shares. And so maybe you need to adjust your scanners a little bit to probably adjust this number to maybe go higher depending on what the share structure is. And we'll go over what share structure is in another video because there's a lot to unfold here, but I'm just talking solely on volume. So if you see a stock price jump up, let's just say, holy cow, I mean, it's not uncommon to see that in the OTC, okay? So let's just say, we went over this bid price and ask price thing earlier. Let's just say the bid price is at, I don't know, we'll say 001 cents per share. You can't see that. 001 cents per share. And we'll say the ask is at, I don't know, 002 cents per share. So that's a 100% difference. And let's just say that I'm looking here at my scanner and I see, oh my gosh, somebody slapped this over here at 002 cents per share and they bought 1 million of that. Initially, that would seem like a lot because we're so used to seeing how big $1 million is and what that means, that number, what that number means to people. But in reality, that was only 2,000 bucks. And why is this important, guys? Okay, so the key is, this is important because this has everything to do with liquidity. So if only $2,000 had been spent on this stock, but you're seeing that 1 million shares has been bought, it's not a lot of money. That's not called liquidity. So if you were to buy this stock and only $2,000 had been, you know, moved in, you know, as far as dollar volume's concerned, you're going to look at this and say, you're gonna look at this and maybe you'll buy it if you see value in it for whatever reason, but the thing is that you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck because there isn't a lot of people buying this. Somebody has to buy it and somebody also has to sell it. So if there's not a lot of dollar volume moving around in this, that means that there's not a lot of people that are either interested in buying or selling it. So this could get you stuck in this because you'll be waiting a very long time just to get out of it. You might be even waiting a long time even just to get in it because there has to be somebody there that actually is wanting to sell it. You know, if there's not a lot of volume going on, there may be instances where people don't even know that someone's interested in finally buying this stock. Let's just say somebody's been sitting in it forever and they've been stuck and, you know, somebody puts an order in to buy it, but there's nobody there to actually sell it to you, it might be difficult for you to get in as well. So it's very important to pay attention to dollar volume here. You know, it's nothing to see tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of shares being traded in a particular stock per day. A good representation of this, and I'm gonna touch on share structure a little bit and how dilution goes into this in a later video, but you know, when the share structure is very large, it takes a lot of dollar volume to actually move the price of that because the share structure is so big. And when you're looking at something that has a smaller share structure, then it's going to take a lot less dollar volume for it to move. So that's what we're talking about, liquidity there. There is a happy medium that you should probably get yourself acquainted with. And you know, again, this isn't like something that I'm like telling that you have to do. This is just the stuff that I've been able to see over the years and be able to identify what to stay away from and maybe what to take a second look at. Maybe something, you know, sudden volume shows up on something and it's starting to look pretty liquid, and maybe I might want to take a position on that. But if I see something like this that moves 100% and only $2,000 in dollar volume, that for me is something I'm going to stay away from because I want to see a lot more action than that. So guys, there's a lot to uncover here, okay? This video was just intended to do a very basic overview of volume, dollar volume versus share volume, how all of that works. And you know, I'm going to be going into this a little bit deeper, but if you're interested in getting a head start on all of this, I do have a comprehensive course that's available to you. The link is down in the description below. I also have a daily mentorship that I go over with everybody during the busiest time of the market. That's between 9 and 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested in that, the link is down in the description below as well. But if you just want to be part of our free community, it's called WeTradeHQ.com. That is also down below, and I highly encourage you to check it out. We are a community of over 2,600 members around the globe. We are learning and growing together and celebrating in each other's success. Doesn't matter if you've been trading 20 years or 20 minutes. It doesn't matter what area of the market that you're trading in. WeTradeHQ is the place for you, and I hope to see you there. So thanks for watching today, guys. I hope that I earned your subscription. If you learned something today, I certainly would also appreciate a like, and that is all for me. So again, thanks for watching. As always, I will see you all before the bell, and B Smith is out. See you all before the bell. Oh shit.